Froze, froze. All my niggas froze. Hey, my little bitch bad, we gon' rap for rap. Man, them killers right behind, that's what after that. Bitch come and look me in my eyes, she tryna capture that. Bad bitches in my circle, that's my habitat. No, she keep rubbing on my leg, she gon' feel the mother. Froze, all my niggas. Bros, man, what the word? How you doing out there, world? Hey, listen, man, it's been a blessing to be alive, man. You locked with another edition of the HP Compound, FrozeOutRecords. Look up my name, Big Froze. And right now, I got a special guest, man, my boy DJ Beats, man. Clap it up, man. What's going on, man? Shit, man.
Still.
Talk to the people, man. Talk to the folks, man. How you been living?
Been good, man. Chilling, raising the kids up. Get money.
Get money. Shit, how, you know what I'm saying? How life been treating you?
It's been good, man. I've been working with different people. I've been making different moves. I've been living different. You know what I'm saying? I've been eating different. I've been trying to know my shit, man.
No,
you know how that shit go.
For sure. Yeah. So shit, man. Listen, man. I always like to tell the audience when you come to the HP Compound, you know what I'm saying? We like to start from the story from who you are, because you know what I'm saying, a lot of people don't know who you are, so we gonna, you know what I'm saying, tell them who you is, and we gonna introduce you, know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So tell them, you know, how you got your name EJ Beats, man. Where that come from? You know?
Where it came from, man. To be honest with you, bro, everybody in my family call me EJ, bro.
Right.
That's my name, dog. Like, but the beats, you know, that came with the beats, you know. So I started making beats in high school, so I just put it together, you know, EJ Beats. Everybody in my family, like I said, everybody in my family call me EJ. My mama never called me by my first name in my life. I got cousins, aunties, uncles that don't even know my name. They just know me as EJ, bro. So EJ everywhere. So I'm EJ for short. And the beats come with the beats, you know what I'm saying? EJ Beats.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
So a lot of people know you as EJ Beats. People know you probably know for different things, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But, you know, we going to take them to, you know what I'm saying, from the beginning, you know? Yeah. Tell them how it was, you know, what's the average day life of EJ, you know, walking down the street, you know what I'm saying, as a young buck. You know what I'm saying?
So, the story really started, like, something on the Coney area.
Yeah.
Stayed on Norwood. You know what I'm saying? I was going to Mason Elementary School. Shout out Mason, man. You know, went from there, went to Farwell Middle School. Went to Persian Tech. I went to King. I went to a lot of different high schools over there on the East. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And how the music shit came about. You know, I was, you know, high school. You know, you got friends that rap and all that.
Yeah.
They need beats. We ain't had YouTube back then.
Right.
So what I'm doing? I'm like, all right, bet. I'm gonna make the beats. Fuck it.
Right.
I always liked music. I always wanted to do that shit. I told my man I wanted to make beats. This nigga brought a floppy disk. Swear to God, bro. This nigga brought a floppy disk with Fruity Loops 3. It's FL Studio. It was called Fruity Loops back then.
Right.
So I'm like, bet. Took the Fruity Loops CD, the floppy disk, put that shit on my computer, downloaded that shit, started making beats.
It's like, wait.
That's how I started doing that shit.
So, all right. So take the people to, like, when you start making a beat, like, is it like a feeling thing, or it's something that you just hear? Like, it's something that you feel just got your body moving, and you know, or your soul moving, or it's something that you just like hearing, you like, oh no, this is supposed to be right here.
So when I first started, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I was just
putting sound
around, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to make some shit so my niggas could rap.
Right.
But then when I started to actually like tap in, like, I don't know, something just clicked. It was like, all right, this sound right with this sound right with that, and everything just started meshing together. I don't even know what to call it. Everything started meshing together.
One day, you know, you like, man, I don't care about none of the other shit. I'm making beats, bro. I'm doing beats, man. Take people through that process. You know, you like, I don't care what nobody say to me. I'm doing beats. This is what I like to do.
So basically, when my niggas was rapping in high school and they ain't had beats, I'm like, I'm about to do this shit. Feel me? So I basically put all my focus on that, for real.
And do you think, like, would you tell your younger self to do that again?
Definitely, man. And what's crazy is like when I started doing this shit, niggas weren't really fucking with FL Studio. They was fucking with MPC, all that shit. They was fucking with hardware. When I said I do FL, most niggas ain't fuck with me for real. They thought I was on some bullshit. Like, oh, you feel me?
You feel like, yeah. I mean, you said, why you feel like they ain't fuck with you? Then
No, they told me. They like, shit, if you don't make your beats off the MPC, we ain't fucking with it. Niggas wasn't fucking with my beats because I told them I made it off of the computer. But back then, niggas wasn't making beats off the computer. Niggas was making beats off the, you feel me? If I ain't had that, they ain't want to fuck with me.
You know, he was like, so you said like today it's more like simpler, like to make it.
Cause now, like everybody make their shit off the computer now. You know what I'm saying? Like you can use the hardware, but hardware kind of played out now. I ain't shout out to my hardware users. You know what I'm saying? It ain't all the way out, but you got niggas that's making the same type of shit that you can make on hardware on the computer. So shit, that's what I was doing back then. Niggas ain't know niggas want to hit back then. That's all I had though. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. So alright, so you fast forward, man, you feel me? You jumping, you know what I'm saying? You get in the game, you doing your thing, you know what I'm saying? We fast forward past your, you know, teen years and you getting into adult years and you really into your profession.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You like who your first, you know your first, you know, person that you work where you like, you know, that's big in the industry, like nigga, you feel like I can do this, you know.
Man, look, when I was in high school, bro, that's when American Idol first came out. It was some twins that was on there. They call themselves the Twins. They're from Michigan. I sold a beat to them. I was 16 years old, bro. I ain't know nothing about selling beats, nothing.
How much you sell the beat for?
It was like 400.
Damn.
That was
How
back
old
then.
was you?
I was 16. 15.
Get the fuck out of here.
I was 15, 16, bro.
Bro, you mean tell me you was 16 years old?
Bro, listen, man.
And you sold a nigga beat for $400?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah. I ain't even know what a beat cost. Like I used to listen to like Timbaland. They niggas say, yeah, I sold the beat for 10,000, 20,000. I'm thinking I'm shorting myself. I'm like, shit, fuck 400. I just started. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know. You know what I'm saying?
Man, it's crazy that you say that, man. Cause at 16, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I remember I was 15 years old, nigga, and I was like, when I was 15 years old, I was filling out every job application. They would tell me like, no, you too young. They tell me 15. Feel me? And I'm at 15. I'm filling out job applications from all over the world. You feel what I'm saying? I don't even know what I'm doing. Just fly applications. You know what I'm saying? But when I got 16, I knew it was game time. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't waste no time. From the time I turned 16, nigga, from 16 all the way, I didn't get a job until like, you know, the summer of June. My birthday in September. So from September to June, I get my first job. When I get my first job, you see what I'm saying? I knew then, I'm like, damn, you know, I gotta put this much amount and work in, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Getting a job and shit. But when I listen to people like you like, I saw the beat for like 400 at 16.
Easy too. Easy.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hold on, you
like,
feel
I
me?
just made the beat and then listen, I just made the beat 2 days later.
Yeah.
Sold that bitch. 2 days later.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Cause at 16, I'm somewhere trying to find a job. And you like, nigga, I'm about to make a beat. You feel me?
I wasn't even thinking about that though. I wasn't even trying to sell it. I just made the beat because I like making beats.
Right.
And then they happened to hear the shit because I was making the beats for my niggas in school, and one of my niggas was like tapped in with the Twins.
Yeah. And
they made a song together. So I sold the beat.
So real fast, man. When you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Before we get to the other shit, when you're in the industry, you know what I'm saying? You tell somebody, like, you think it's easier for somebody, like, to, like, pay their way into the game, or, like, somebody got connections, you know?
Connections. You know why? Because you ain't got to pay your way. Connections is connections. It's free. Most connections is free.
For sure.
Like, all the connections I ever had was free. And that put me way, way further than I ever got trying to. I never got into that lane. I'm gonna be honest with you. I ain't never paid nobody to get on my beat. I ain't never paid nobody to let me work with them. I don't know nothing about that shit, bro.
Man, that's crazy because, you know, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Everything I ever did for, like, in the industry, I had to pay my way for.
But that's because you an artist. I'm a producer. I don't got to pay nobody to get on my beat.
Explain to the people what's the difference.
So the difference between an artist and a producer, as far as having to pay your way, a producer, we actually help the artist. So they don't look at us like
money.
Oh, I gotta charge you. No, we charge you actually, bro. I'm actually charging you or your team. But artists may have to. Okay, I want a feature from this artist. He charges a feature price. A producer don't get that because we charging you for the beat. You need the beat. If it ain't no beat, you ain't got no song.
But what's the what? Okay, because a lot of people gonna see that and be like, okay, well then everybody would just be a producer, you know. But tell them what's the bad part about being a producer.
The bad part is you got. I mean, if you don't got no manager, you ain't got no management. You gotta maneuver around trying to figure out who you sell beats to, who's sweet, who you could deal with, who ain't doing bad business. You gotta do all this shit yourself. You ain't got no management, and you gotta be responsible for making beats.
I mean, that's just business though. Like, tell us, like, take us through like you know, through the everyday producer. You know what I'm saying? What's we weigh his good out, but you know what I'm saying? What's his bad? What is he really falling in? You know what I'm saying? Because the way you put it is make it seem like you like shit. If you're a producer, you just win.
No, it ain't you just win. Like I said, you got first off, you got to be sweet. You got to be current. You got to make shit that people want to hear. Most producers, well, I ain't gonna say most. I'm gonna say some producers only make shit that they like, and they be like, well, if you don't like the shit that I like, then you know, as a producer, you basically got to cater to other people. You got to make shit you don't even like sometimes. I'll be making beats to songs I don't even like. To be honest, sometimes. That's the downside of being a producer. Imagine having to do something you don't like. Imagine being an artist, you making a song that you hate.
And you don't want to go into the track, but you got to do it.
Like, I feel or imagine somebody telling you, I want a beat, and they hitting you with the, man, make that shit go boom, 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 clack, 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 and you got to try to figure that shit out, dog.
Right. Okay.
You feel me? That's the downside. Bro.
Okay.
That's the downside.
Now, that G shit, you know what I'm saying? You definitely give it, you know what I'm saying, two-side, you know what I'm saying, perspective of it, you know what I'm saying? So, before we get back to the music and shit, you know what I'm saying, let's switch lanes real fast, man. Tell them about fatherhood, man. How, you know what I'm saying, how's fatherhood? What would you tell to the upcoming, you know what I'm saying, the young G's about fatherhood? The do's and don'ts.
Man, listen, man. Fatherhood is great, man, but you can have a child with the wrong person and that shit would be terrible. So what I would say is make sure who you have a child with is the one. If it ain't the one, you gotta deal. You gotta deal.
I mean,
hey,
what?
The cameraman can relate.
Let's break this shit down. Like, what is really the one? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
You know, you gotta figure that out before you had a kid. If you had a kid first, then you can't figure it out.
So hold on, let me test this theory out real fast.
Oh yeah, let's get it, man.
Let me ask you a quick question.
What's up, man? What's up?
In your opinion, right?
Yeah.
How long do you determine that?
It ain't no time limit. There ain't no time limit. When you know, you know. If you know, you know. Because I can't look.
I'm gonna tell you before you go there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you you're wrong. It's actually 6 months to a year.
Man, you say that.
You know why?
No, I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna give you some P real fast. It's 6 months to a year.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna tell you why. When you meet a chick, right?
Yeah.
And she the one for you.
Yeah.
You like, oh no, you ain't going nowhere. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
You know you, especially if she do everything you ask, everything you said. What about a disobedient bitch?
Yeah. How many times has that happened to you, bro?
I mean, you know she got her, her time ticking. The disobedient one's time ticking. But the one, that's how I know y'all never really met somebody where you like, she checked all boxes off. You like, oh no, this is me. You not letting her walk out the door. In that split moment, you gonna recognize, oh no, you can't go nowhere.
How many times has that happened to you, bro?
To me, that really never really happened.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. You can't speak on shit that never happened, bro.
I mean, if you want to say it's semi-happened, it's semi-happened.
It always semi-happened. That's the problem. That's the fucking problem. See?
I mean, okay, since you want to go there, you know what I'm saying?
When is it gonna happen? Let that shit happen. Let that shit happen. And then I'm gonna have a different perspective.
All right, so let's switch to that lane then. You feel me? Because you EJ Beats, you know what I'm saying? You be in the limelight, you know what I'm saying? You know everybody. You do, you know what I'm saying? You do your shit. You done did beats with the top people. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. When you dealing with a woman, she like, oh, You over there in the parties. You over there doing that. How's it trying to have a relationship being EJ Beats? You know,
it really just depends on who you have a relationship with. Some women can accept that and they respect that and they try to, help everything you got going on and try to, accommodate that for you. But then some women just ain't gonna never get it. You know what I'm saying? No matter what.
Like break it down to us though. Like what don't they get? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, bro. I can't explain that part. All I can say is some women don't care about what you're doing as far as progression. All they care about is you with the hoes or the hoes around where you at. You know what I'm saying? Or why you staying out this late or who over there. That's all they care about. They don't care about the progression.
Yeah.
And there's some women that's just like that, Some women ain't like that. So your job is to find a woman that ain't like that. Because
I'm saying, but by you being EJ Beach, you know what I'm saying, in your relationship, like, you know what I'm saying, tell the people, you know what I'm saying, or the young G's that come up with how to handle that, you know what I'm saying, when you got a woman that you really like, you love this woman, but in her mind, all she sees is this women bullshit and all this weird stuff. You like, I'm just trying to come home and provide for us.
This is what I'm going to tell the young generation or anybody listening.
Right.
Leave her ass. Yeah. Get the one that ain't on that. Get the one that's trying to help you grow. Get the one that's supporting you on all your business ventures, that's trying to help progress your business ventures. That ain't on some hating shit, because, this going to get us rich, baby. If you don't believe in it, then I can't believe in you. Sure. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't no assistance, then keep your distance. You feel me? No, sure. That's it.
I feel that. So, tell us, who your biggest feature you done did, that you done done and shit, beat you done made for somebody,
Nah, I'm about to break some shit right now.
Yeah.
We ain't dropped the song or he ain't dropped the song yet, but I produced some shit for Chris Brown.
Yeah.
He recorded the song already.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason I'm speaking on it. But he hasn't dropped the song yet, so I can't speak on the song, or I can't tell y'all what the song is. But I heard it. It sounds great to me, and I'm just hoping he drop it. You know what I'm saying? Because artists like that record 100 songs a month, whatever. I don't know. They got a crazy workflow. So hopefully this is one of the songs he picked for his next joint. Just hope.
For sure. So on a Detroit level, who's some people you don't work with?
Everybody, man.
I know you didn't work with everybody, but tell people, what's your top 3 you didn't work with that
top
genuine 3 people that you've been in the studio with that people don't know. You like, man, this person right here.
Top 3. Yeah. Top 3. Sorry, my nigga Froze, because me and Froze got a lot of.
We gonna get to the story how we
gonna get to the Froze section. We ain't in the Froze section. We still in the dry. We still in the dry food. We ain't in the freezer. We ain't in the freezer yet. But no, I worked with Sada Baby.
Yeah.
Skilla Baby. I worked with Mac Nichols, man. Shout out to Mac Nichols, Lies Boys. That's my dog. Real nigga.
What's, what I'm saying, for people who ain't been to the studio with famous people, take to what, what it's like. 'Cause, people, I know you say these people's name and like it's just regular, but, everybody don't used to really sit there and do that and be that, you know what I'm saying? To tell people, what it's like, being in a room with famous people, How do you feel when you in a room with famous people?
I feel like we need to put a hit out, man. That's all I feel like, man. I don't really feel like
you just be like, we
gotta work.
You think about work.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't know what else I'm supposed to think about. I think
that's what I'm thinking about. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Let's make a great ass song, bro. That's what I think about. Let's make a great ass song, bro. That's it. Like, I mean, if I'm working with somebody that I know can make a good song, it's not that I expect them to make a great song, but I have a better sense of, okay, I know my beat is in good hands. We about to do some shit. You know what I'm saying?
So, who's somebody that, you would like to work with, the upcoming, put into
the city or just like in general?
Put in assistance, in the city and, to the world.
Oh man, shit. In the city, I want to work with shout out Cash Kid, man. I want to work with Cash Kid. I sent Cash Kid a few beats probably some years ago. I don't remember when it happened. But I actually want to work with him because I like how he formulates his words and all that.
Yeah.
I feel like we can do some crazy shit.
Sure.
Shout out Cash Kid. I want to work with
Cash
Cash Kid.
Sure.
Who else I want to work with? Payroll. Me and him ain't did nothing yet.
Okay.
Shine. Big Shine. What's up? Let's do that. You feel me?
Man, listen, bro. We appreciate your ass, motherfucker. Pull up McBraids in the motherfucking HP compound, man. The FrozeOutRecords, man. Listen, bro.
Cash Doll too. I want to work with Cash Doll.
Definitely shout out Cash Doll, man. I would love to do some shit with Cash Doll. You know what I'm saying? I actually seen her live, and I realized when I watched her live, I was like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? I see the vision, like, because of how big she is. I'm like, she represent, you know what I'm saying, what, you know, so what the D girl represent. And too many people don't know what that means, you know what I'm saying? Even when I was out of town, they was just like, Cash Doll, nah. And that made me proud to know they even knew that, you know what I'm saying? I was far, you know what I'm saying?
They say Cash Doll.
Yeah, Cash Doll.
That's how they say it, yeah.
I was proud to be far.
We say Doll. We say Cash Doll.
Yeah. I was proud to be far as hell, and they was asking me about Cash Doll because they love Detroit. I get to step on these like a doormat. We proud to be a Detroit. So, you know what I'm saying? Before we get up out of here, man, tell them where your gram at. Tell them where they can follow you at. Tell them what your next project is coming up.
Instagram, EJAY, Beats with a Z. Said my next, what I got coming up.
What's your next project coming up? It's summertime. We like to take first.
Me and Drake Butters, we got some I gotta keep that on the rack. You know, we about to drop it. We about to crank it. We about to crank it. Me and Drake Butters about to crank it. Right? All that. We about to crank some shit out. Tap in, man. We about to take over. We got some shit going on.
For sure. And we gonna wrap it up like that, man. I go by the name Big Froze, man. You locked to the HP compound, FrozeOutRecords. I go by the name Big Froze, man. And listen, man, I appreciate you pulling up to this motherfucker, bro. We gotta make sure we do the motherfucking next shit. Keep the people on the update on what's going on. You know what I'm saying? What's coming up, man. And listen, bro. Shit about to get the cracking. You can follow us on all platforms, man. And listen, bro, remember, life is about squares and circles, man. You either the square or you the circle in life, you know what I'm saying? Pick your poison on what you is. I go by Remain Big Froze, FrozeOutRecords, and we out.
We tens remind me of the times we used to door crack. I know this bitch want me, real nigga, I ignore that. YGB the status, I'm a motherfucking gang member. FGK and up will be a no, you cannot bang with it. Know that boy told, but you took up for the same nigga. How you looking at it, man? Them niggas in the same picture.